Oh boy. Here we go, streaming again. Actually, one second. I'm gonna save this camera for that. This is the one that I can use. I'm just gonna go ahead and... There we go. Listen to those lovely tunes from White Bat Audio. This is the, what playlist is this? We got the Moody Retro Wave playlist, Chiba. It's nice, I like it. I wanted something to play while I got ready and to have on the background while I'm talking about the patch notes that I'm going to talk about. I also need to set up the ducking for, where is it, limiter, whack, whoops, no, it's not a limiter, it's a compressor, whack, sidechain ducking, the mic, and I don't know where I should set this. How do I have it set on my other ones? Because it doesn't seem like it's really squishing much. Alright, it's minus 33 at 4 times. Minus, oh dang it. Minus 33. 4 times. Okay. That should squish it pretty hard whenever I'm talking. Alright, so, the reason why I wanted to get that nice in the background is because we have something new. Well, not really new. There's been a new update. Huh? And I already decided that I kind of wanted to do a follow-up to the patch notes because, oh, let me get my light correct. Playing Quasimorph, I like the green light for Quasimorph because that's how all the character portraits are. Bam! Alright, there we go. So, they came out with patch notes, and I also wanted to do a follow-up on my video anyway because towards the end of that video, I was talking about, oh, these are some things I'd like to see. And turns out all of those things are actually in the game now. So we're going to go over that. But first, I'm going to go over these patch notes. The workshop support, numerous fixes, and UI changes. UI changes are nice because honestly, I feel like there's elements of the UI that are a little sketchy. Specifically, I'm having problems with like when I play, as long as I play, the UI starts to look like it's having problems. Like it just like glitches, little visual bugs and glitches here and there. But you know what, let me turn this down a little bit. Boom, at the source. So, but anyway, let's look at what they've actually changed. General added basic mod support via Steam Workshop. A modding guide has been added to the Steam Community Hub. I'm excited for this, mostly because like mods are a great way for a game to like engage in the community a lot, and it helps build up a community as well. Like Star Sector would not be anywhere where it is today if it wasn't for the modding community behind it. And I'm excited to see what the modding community will do with Quasimorph. You know, aside from just making broken nonsense, it'll be fun to see what kind of stuff can be added. Change the collider size of the autonomous capsule to 1 tile. I'm not sure what that means. Autonomous capsule, is that the drop pod that picks stuff up in? To 1 tile. I mean, to me, it already seemed like it dropped down on 1 tile. Maybe it was wider than it looks. I don't know. But anyway, that's been changed. The department icon in Magnum will now appear yellow if there are available upgrades in that department. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that is very cool. I like that. That way I don't have to go searching through every single tab. Fixed. It was not possible to complete the station capture mission in some cases when re-entering the floor showed the data is being refined. Now the completion condition check will occur upon loading the floor. Okay, cool. Fixed when spawning barons and quasimorphs during an eclipse. The properties of the current quasimorphous phase were not considered in their characteristics. Interesting. Fix various bugs related to object passability after destruction if multiple objects were in one tile. Yeah, I was noticing there are objects that when you destroy them I couldn't pass through. I wonder if that's been because I was wondering if that was a thing. It's like I destroyed the thing, shouldn't I be able to walk through that space? Anyway, after loading the game, tiles under destroyed objects in the map would become impassable again. Interesting. Okay, that's a cool fix. Due to knockback, the shooting target received damage from only one pellet, ignoring the rest. I'm glad that's fixed. Insanity perk adjustments. After changing quasimorphic stages, the character no longer feels pain and the current HP scale is relative to the maximum. Oh, I see. So like, if the quasimorph stage advanced and their HP scaled, they were just treating it like an injury because the current HP wasn't scaling with it. That's interesting. Glad somebody that they caught and fixed that. All perk triggers now correctly work with the specific class or subclass of weapon. Previously, the trigger activated without granting experience. Oh, rough. The sounds of grenades thrown by mobs were audible through the entire level. I mean, I'm not too upset about that, but I guess that could be awkward. With like quasimorphs are showing up and then someone whips a grenade out and you're like, where'd that grenade come from? Control plus click combination did not work on the quick trade screens with the station. I think I noticed that, so I'm glad that that's fixed. Xiomara's storyline message in the mission control interface was shown out of context. The door could no longer close if you stood in its tile and opened the inventory. Oh, I've been noticing that. Yeah, there's some doors that just won't close. Okay, interesting. Well, whatever was causing it, it's been fixed. Quest items could be sent via autonomous capsule / shuttle. Could be, but they're not supposed to. Oh, I see. Quest items. Right. So, like, if you're doing an espionage. Alright. But is that a problem, though? I'm confused with this wording. The minimap did not become available after destroying jammers. The player destroyed them after revisiting the level. I'm guessing that means the level of the floor. I think I may have even noticed that happening. Various bugs with reloadable weapons. Now, no actions are available for reloadable weapons. Damn! They closed the loop on my ammo glitch. I just discovered how easy it was to dupe ammo. And it sounds like they closed the loop on that. So, ripperoni. Pump action shotguns reloaded to full capacity by dragging ammo. No! Damn it. All these sideways patches are hurting. They hurt me deep. Yeah, that was another one that I had noticed and was taking a lovely advantage of, was that if you just dragged shells from the inventory, you could reload shotguns completely, the pump action shotguns. Oh well, I mean, I still prefer pump action shotguns because they're the quick reload on them is just so convenient. Quasimorphs did not take any actions at Quasimorphous phase 900 plus. Okay. The call sign of an upgraded PMCs was not displayed in the interface. Modified operator lost their pact after cloning in some cases. Interesting. Errors in the project cost formula on Magnum, making sequential upgrades more expensive than a one-time upgrade. Oh, good. I'm so glad they fixed this. Okay, because this was something that I was noticing is like with my knife was that in order to upgrade it further, it didn't take into account that I had already spent some upgrades on it. So it was like, it was becoming an issue. I'm glad to see that that was an error that is now fixed. Overflow of the required items for the project on the Magnum and modification steps 300 plus. Interesting. So there was an overflow error. So if we had gone up to 300 plus, we could have potentially gotten stuff for free. Interesting. Soft lock when throwing certain types of melee weapons. So that's glad I never came across that. The autonomous capsule could spawn in passageways on corpses or items. Yes, okay, so I'm glad that they fixed that, because I had seen it drop in places where it's like, okay, it's not blocking paths. I wish that it just had like some set areas that it would spawn in. But I'm not sure what those would look like. I mean, I have a couple ideas. You know, there's a lot of the open space areas that it could spawn into. I don't know, I feel like it should just have like a handful of locations that it will spawn in, as opposed to just dropping down randomly. But whatever. Food from the quick access slot did not apply after loading the game, but before the first inventory opening. Huh. Changing weapons in stealth mode highlighted mobs, allowing a switch back to another mode, granting free highlights. Yeah, okay, that's... I didn't discover that because I don't hardly ever use stealth mode. I think I've used it this entire patch, but that's cheeky. It was possible to switch to stealth mode from running mode even when stealth mode was prohibited due to temporary effects. Item comparison did not work on the operator's equipment screen. I didn't notice that. Humans and Quasimorphs did not attack each other on the 4th floor of the community and anarchy missions. Well, I'm glad they fixed that, because that would be annoying. The bonus accuracy of modified weapons was not considered in the fire mode tooltip. Cool. And our X grenade destroyed quest items if they were on corpses, and various room preset fixes. All right, cool. That's a lot of stuff that got fixed that I did not realize was bugged, but happy to see that. I'm a little bummed about the reloading, just because I was kind of thinking of doing a whole video on, hey, you could do infinite ammo, you can duplicate ammo, but no big deal. They got rid of it. But that's not the only thing I wanted to talk about. I really want to, let's switch cameras, go over the stuff that was added in the new patch that is basically like, I want to preview all these ship upgrades for people, because when I was covering the patch in the recorded video I did the other day, I was just reading the patch notes. I hadn't actually played the game. Let's go ahead and mute the Quasimorph audio for now. Keep this white bat audio playing. So there's a lot of stuff that's been added here in the craft. First of all, you've got this. Oh, I like the little new icons. That's nice. But you now have this page where before you have upgrades, there's nothing down here. You can't even craft things on the ship. You actually have to get an upgrade in order to be able to craft in the first place. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I feel like even without the conveyor, there should still be some basic crafting available, especially since crafting got nerfed. Like, I think the intention was to make crafting in missions better, but here's the problem. A lot of the basic crafting stuff that you could do at the workbench is now moved to more specific crafting benches, and quite often I don't ever see them. I don't hardly ever see some of these crafting benches. Like, I think I've come across one printer which allows you to turn sorbent into cigarettes, which is weird, but okay. And then I've come across one of the other crafting benches, but I can't remember which one it was. I mostly still just see the workshop bench, which, why can't I make bandages at that bench anymore? Like, why do I need to go find a medical fabricator, which I have never seen in a mission? Why do I have to use a medical fabricator to make bandages? I'm going to do the visual again, all right? I did this during a mission, or during the live, while I was playing. It's like, here's how you make a bandage. You take your fabric. Now you have a bandage. I can understand needing a crafting bench, I guess, because there's no like innate crafting inventory, which, by the way, why not? Why can't we just pop open our inventory? Like, making a backpack that shouldn't need a whole workbench. All right, I have the thread, I have the rags. Let me just make the backpack. Like, let's have a crafting inventory for some basic items. Like, to me, that just seems like it's not that big of a deal, and it would actually be a lot more convenient, because I have never seen a medical crafting station. I have rarely seen any of the other crafting stations, and the workstation pisses me off now, because on the same workstation that I can make makeshift batteries and a full suit of insect bug armor, on that same workstation, I can't make bandages. Like, why? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it bothers me. I like the intent, and I feel like as the game progresses, this is going to be a really cool thing that we have all these different crafting stations. But for now, it just seems like a pain in the ass that they've just nerfed basic crafting, and I don't like it. And I hate that freaking bug armor. Just take it. I hate opening like the workbench and the first thing I see is that I can make this bug armor. Like, it's a cute idea, but I don't, it's just weird. It's just weird to me. It feels like there's a mod in my game allowing for it. Like, it's just so out of place design wise to just open up the workshop and seeing craft bug armor. And it's like, okay. But by the way, this is something that you can't craft it normally. Like, it's not in here. You can only craft this bug armor on a workbench. Like, what the, like, what even, why? But all right, I came here to talk mostly about the upgrades. So like I said before, the conveyor, you don't get that by default anymore. You actually have to upgrade that. And each section that you upgrade adds stuff down here to like different departments. So like, we'll start with the conveyor. It's in supply. It's for resource gathering and stuff. So this is what the tree looks like. To start, you need like it's a welding machine in order to unlock the crafting. And that's what most of these upgrades are going to require, is like various items you can see here in order to actually, like, you know, 2 welding machines in order to upgrade this tile. And depending on which way you go, there's different upgrades. I mean, it's a skill tree. It's cool. But the goal is to get to one of the bigger tiles so you can get an extra thing. Like this one, resource extraction module. Additional consumables drop after completing a mission. And it even tells you it drops a bunch of stuff. I think that's pretty freaking cool. It's like, anytime you get free stuff, it's nice. And you can upgrade it. Like, that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. But I have to get to it. So it's going to take time. And then we have, we got disassembly module, automatically disassembles items into components with 100% chance to drop the materials. I really need to get to this because like I get so frustrated when I'm breaking apart something on the ship and I get crap from it. It almost feels like it's you're more consistent deconstructing in a mission than you are on a ship. But anyway, So supply is definitely one. You want to get that welding machine really quickly so you can get the conveyor online. And then you're going to want to, like the reduced assembly time is cute, but you really want to get those number of slots up so that you can start having multiple things crafting at the same time. Then over here we have the cloning hanger, which if you watched my video, I mentioned, oh, how cool would it be if we could actually like customize the characters and customize the classes. Brother man, they did that. So we can go over here with Isabel and we can improve her stats. We can even change out her perk. The only thing is though, I feel like the numbers here need to change, because to do one upgrade, let's say we want to upgrade our damage, because I'm always about the damage. One upgrade for damage only takes one medical component. Okay, cool. The second one now takes a mind chip and 2 medical components. All right, but as we start doing, the third upgrade is now 3 mind chips, 3 medical components. Fourth upgrade, now we're bringing a thermal container, and like it starts getting exponentially more expensive. And now for damage, it's like I'm still considering, you know, how I might be willing to pay to get my base melee damage, which stacks with all my melee weapons. I might be willing to pay a lot for that. But look at some of the numbers here. Food goes up by 20. So let's say we want to get her to 2,000 like some of the other characters. That's going to take 23 medical components, 17 bio waste tanks, 9 thermal containers, and 19 mind chips just to get an extra 400 calories. Hey, Officer C4. The routine, well, I mean, it's not as good as you'd think. I still have a little extra weight to lose. It's mostly just a shave and a haircut. Let's see, what was the diet? Yeah, mostly just cutting out processed foods. Helps a lot. So like the only processed stuff I'm eating right now is ice cream sandwiches because I can't help it. And the croissant. Oh yeah, the ship. I can't literally, you know, that's actually something I would like to see, is let me name the ship. It doesn't need to be the Magnum. So if as soon as somebody comes out with a mod that lets me change these letters, Horkno, I'm putting the croissant on the side of this thing. But for now, it still says it's croissant in our hearts. But anyway, so like if you just want to upgrade your calories, like these numbers don't do dick. Like 20 points. Like if this was 100 points per upgrade, it would be worth it. But at 20 points, no heckin' way. Same for like, so like max pain threshold, I can understand it a little bit. I think that should probably go up by 2, considering again, it's like, all right, we're going to bring it up to like, cause here's the other thing too. You can bring your max pain threshold up, or you could just add feel no pain. Health only goes up in increments of 5, but again, it's like, it's not the fact that, yeah, you know, if I do 10 upgrades, this seems expensive for 50 extra health, but then consider the fact that that would mean sinking all 10 of those into health and not upgrading anything else because it's just so freaking expensive. But now here's where it really goes crazy. All right, accuracy by 1 point. If you go to improve your accuracy by 10%, it's going to be 10 levels. Like some of these numbers are just not friendly. Crit damage, all right? So crits not guaranteed anymore. Damage percentage, just a percentage, 1%. If you want to get this to 200, you got to go up to 30 freaking levels. And that again means not upgrading anything else. And that's 34 mind chips. So I love the system, and honestly, the materials don't bother me as much as the scaling. The scaling absolutely needs to change. because flat out, none of these numbers here, except for maybe the damage, are equal to just changing out a perk for one level. Because like I can change my perk to anything for just one level. That I think is perfectly fine. Because a lot of times, honestly, if you're not changing more than just the perk, there's not really a lot of benefit. Like if I change her perk to Feel No Pain, she's just a maxi that can hit harder in melee. So like, there's other things that's like, it makes no sense to me. It's like I can go up to 10 range for just 3 levels. And I think that's sight range. Pretty sure that's sight range, which is kind of cool. But it's like, that one might even be a little too expensive or too cheap. I don't know. And dodge chance, again, you know, if this was higher, like if it gave you more, it would be busted. It's just a few things, specifically the health and the starvation, like the calories, crit damage, definitely need like some adjustments. But the fact that you can customize characters is in the freaking game now. And so is mod support with the 7.1 patch. So this is going to be an easy adjustment. So that was cloning, and there's some other stuff in cloning too that I haven't unlocked yet. The training module, I'm not exactly sure what this does. You can assign a live operative to passively pump perks. Does that, I'm guessing that means like if you bank an operative in there that they will start leveling themselves up, is what I'm guessing it sounds like. Yeah, I think that's what that is. So you can just have an operative training in the background, getting ready. That's kind of cool. Operative ranks gives bonuses. Who knows what? Who knows what bonuses? Just says rank limit, number of kills. What? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but it is something. Another thing too that I haven't touched on yet is some of the progressions for this are wild. Like you might notice, I'm gonna go through my whole list right here. I haven't really got a lot of upgrades yet. Like I've been playing for like more than 24 hours so far. I think between the 2 days that I streamed already. And I have been plowing through missions, but I'm just not finding the specific items I need. Like so I haven't done this one because number of projects isn't important to me since I'm not doing any of the class changes with, like, I haven't found anything that I really want to change, and I don't have the materials anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not going to make use of an upgrade, I'm going to hold off. So I could do this one, but I'm not going to until I can do this one, which is 2 freaking thermal containers. I think I found one. I think I've had 1 thermal container because I think data replication required one, or because this one was the cloning device. This one I think required a thermal container. So I think I found 1 thermal container in all the missions that I've done. Now that's probably because of the missions I happen to be choosing, but it's like, it's not just thermal containers that I'm having problems with. Like I've got a ton of magazines in stock. I've got lots of these other things for later progression just sitting around waiting to be able to be used. But on every single one of these, there's some sort of hang up. This one, it was the what do you call them? The capacitor, the transformers. Thankfully, I found out that you can break apart defibs to get these, but you don't always get them. And so now I'm just like struggling to find defibrillators so that I can get some transformers, because I've never seen a transformer on the ground. I've only gotten them from breaking down defibrillators. I don't even know what this is. This icon here. The heck if I know. But I definitely haven't seen one. Thankfully, you don't need to unlock both sides to get the stuff. So now I just need a ceramic plate, which, holy fucking shit, where the hell do you get ceramic plates? I remember before this patch that I was like rolling in ceramic plates. I haven't gotten I've gotten one that I don't remember where it came from. And I even ripped apart all of my good armor, hoping that I would like get one. Like I had people's front armor. I ripped it all apart, hoping that a ceramic plate would fall out. None. Where the heck? I did look it up on the wiki, Horkno. You know what's not on the wiki? Information. The game's kind of small. There's some basic stuff up on the wiki, but there's not detailed stuff. Certainly not what drops from what. In fact, it's something that people have actually been like, if you look up where to get ceramic plates, you get like Reddit posts of people just saying the same thing. Where do I can find these plates? Making trade goods, I haven't found any recipes for them. So if that is a thing where eventually we get the ability to make some of these goods, I've just, in the time I'm playing, I've never seen one of those item chip drops. So if that's a thing, I just haven't found it yet. But still, this whole freaking capsule, even with as little upgrades as I've gotten to it, it's freaking so nice. Now, having the shuttle have an inventory is going to be even better. But just being able to bring back more stuff without being forced to take a bigger backpack, considering one of my problems with the inventory management is like, I almost always would prefer to have a third weapon over more inventory slots. Ancon armor, heavy boots, helmets, power armor. Yeah, I think what I'm going to need to do, like, I think I might have a piece of frame armor I could rip apart. But, like, that's the thing is, like, I just remember finding ceramic plates a lot easier, and now I don't see them as much. But yeah, I like having the capsule. I like having the idea of the shuttle having an inventory because, honestly, it's if I had fighter backpacks, I wouldn't want to take them. Because I want that third weapon slot. Even though you can easily hot swap weapons out of your inventory, it's not that difficult to just carry an extra weapon in your inventory to swap to. I like the helper backpack. That and the helper backpack, you tend to find more of them, so it's like it's not a big loss if you lose one. Whereas if I lose a fighter backpack, it's like I'm not getting another one. I need to find the item chip for that, for the backpacks. And that's the other thing too. I wish there was some way to like because so like with the way the items are being added to the game, it's actually making it even harder to get backpack blueprints, because now there's all these guns, all these ammo types, and all these other items. So when you find an item chip, it's even harder to find an item chip now for the fighter backpack or the buffalo backpack, because you're more likely to get one of these other new items. So I don't know, like, how we can fix that. I really feel like the weakest point in this game right now is the trading. Like, I feel like there needs to be some special vendors where you can take stuff to them and potentially like ask for specific item blueprints, or maybe they have item blueprints specifically available. Like, I like the haggling system to a degree, but I really dislike the randomness of it. Like, it's so freaking frustrating. I think that's probably the weakest point in the game right now is the trade. But let's keep going with this, because there's, you know, aside from having the character customization, there's also class customization. So that's freaking great. Love that. You can swap perks around. So like my dream eventually is to have where is it? Is it Blind Flurry? Yeah. My Eclipse Blade changed up quite a bit, because cannibalism is nice, but I don't always trigger it. Whereas Blind Fury is going to trigger anytime I get attacked, which is going to happen way more than the cannibalism trigger. Even though I can control the cannibalism trigger, it's just not something that I trigger a lot, because I don't always want to just take 10 damage or make sure I've got cooked food on me for a little bit of extra damage when I'm already hitting hard enough because of carnage. Like, I just need to get the first kill, and then the rest of the kills just come easy. Which is funny because it's just all damage bonus. I just realized that. It's like getting the melee kill on the enemy and then just switching to whatever the heck. But having these two stacking, Blind Fury and Carnage, is going to be fantastic. Axe Rage I just put here because I'm really not into cannibalism, and this is the best perk that I've got unlocked. What I would rather put here is the Tunnel Rats looting perk, but I don't have Tunnel Rats yet. And then I have the regular combat reflexes as well as the combat focus. So like when I get attacked, damage goes up, dodge goes up, and damage and dodge are already up, and so it's just like stacking more on top of it. It's like you can make some broken stuff by just moving the perks around. And honestly, like with the way that department works, like number of perks plus 1, number of perks plus 2, that's 3 more perks, that's 5 freaking, you can customize the entire class. It's just a matter of which class are you going to turn into your mutant class. Honestly, I feel like instead of customizing the classes, like once you have all these perks, it should just give you, actually no, see, look, plus 2 perks. Like, I'm not even sure, that's 7 perks. How does that even work? Do we unlock an extra perk slot? I don't even know. And I'm guessing this has to do with redacted technology, which is why it's empty. Yeah, pacts and travel. So I don't even know if this is in here yet, but you know, I also haven't done the story. But yeah, I have a lot of this stuff already, but I'm so paranoid of spending certain like, I'm not going to do this yet. And if I'm going to do it, I already have what I need. I don't need to upgrade it further. And there's nothing else that I need to upgrade to. Like, I already have the ability to do the number of perks that I want. So I'm saving those items because if you look back down here, well, first I need to get the Tunnel Rats so I can get the right one. I need 4 of these dump discs, and I've only found 2 in the entire time I've been playing. And I need 3 AI modules, and I haven't found a single one. So, and I don't have any extra class chips laying around because I've only found 2. I know these are rare items, the class chips, but it's like to require, like, and honestly, this is where it feels the most fair. I completely understand making this expensive because this is busted. Like, I get that. Makes perfect sense. So I just haven't I'm not upgrading that stuff. I'm not going to bother wasting my resources until I have an abundance of these chips, because leveling up my class comes first. So I need to get 4 of these before I even consider spending on this. At which point, yeah, I've got a lot of this stuff already. Like, here's another one. I'm going to need 2 more there. I need 3 more there, so I need 6 more of these freaking dump discs. I've only found 2, and that's not including the 4 I need for my class change. Then we have engineering. I think I even mentioned, again, this is another thing I mentioned that I was really excited for the idea of, and that was weapon customization, and boy, is it here. So I've already got my claw. My claw does 40 extra damage. But this is another situation. It's like, I could level up my claw's damage more by spending item chips now. But like, I could upgrade its accuracy, but it only goes up by 1 point per level. So like, I'd rather just get 10 more damage. Or crit damage, but it only goes up by 1 per level. You know what's going to allow me to get more crit damage? More damage. Like, there's really no reason to not. And then condition goes up by 5. I appreciate that, but I don't need to worry about condition as much if I'm dealing more damage. And I like that you can adjust the weight. I had something that's something that I've really been considering is potentially investing all these points into making this thing weigh next to nothing, because then it will but I want to do that not with the knife because it already doesn't weigh a lot. I want to do that with armor. Like I want to find armor that's already kind of light but provides a good bonus, and just see how I can modify it. But I can't even see how I modify armor. Was this engineering? It is engineering. Because I don't have the armor workshop. Oh, I found an armor thing. I forgot about that. Let's do this together, guys. Boop. Unfortunately, I need more stuff for... What is that? Oh, guardsman clothes? I got rid of one of those. Damn it. I thought I wouldn't need them. All right, we have the arsenal. Let's check this out. Armor modification projects. Here you can select the armor whose chip you have unlocked and the previous characteristics. Keep in mind that the price of modification is growing exponentially. It goes up by 2. That's good. Happy for that. I think that's a good middle ground. Resist poison, resist beam. So it's all the resists, the condition, and the item weight. Okay. That's really cool. And the condition goes up by 5. So if I wanted to say bring this up to a 50 condition, I think 50 is a good spot. And then like oh, that's rough. Yeah. Now we're hitting. I guess, like, resist shock doesn't come up a lot. Resist poison only comes up with the spiders. I hate those spiders, though. Could drop the condition a little bit. Could just not take resist beam. I could just have it be, like, the basics. Like, that's not that expensive. Armored balaclava. The thing is, I'm not going to do it with the balaclava because what I would rather do is find something that already has good resistances and then just lower that weight, because that'll be cheaper than trying to add a bunch of resistances to the balaclava. But I do think it's a really cool that if I wanted to, I could make an armored balaclava. I think what I would probably end up doing is like what I think I would do is, oh, I can make glory pants. I forgot about that. But have like a shirt, the balaclava, the sneakers, and the dark cargo pants. Cargo pants are actually pretty freaking heavy. But take all those items. Actually, what I would rather do is just make the glory pants way less. Oh wow, those require very different items. Common item chips. I think I've only seen like a handful of those. So like it'd be expensive, but I'd rather just take down the glory pants to a lesser weight than try and upgrade. But my idea would be like, make the balaclava give me good blunt resistance, make the sneakers give me good cut resistance, make the shirt give me good blunt cut and piercing resistance. This way I've got, in just the standard items, a decent like amount of protection. Like that would be the like one idea that you could do. And they're very light, those 3 items. And then like you can do the same thing with the cargo pants, but I think for pants I would rather just take a pair of pants like the glory pants and then just bite the bullet and make them lighter. But how much would it cost? So like 5 there and then maybe like 5 somewhere else. Oh, that's still reasonable. So I could do blunt and fire, piercing and like poison, and then like cut and shock. No, probably not shock, probably cut and beam. I don't know, but like you could get some well-rounded clothing that actually gives you like a little bit of resistances across the board, and then throw them on somebody who's already got some resistances. Like maybe change Isabel to have all the resistances, and then also still have all that dodge. And since my armor doesn't weigh a lot, my dodge will stay good. But if I do take a hit, yeah, so I'm cooking. All right. This is a lot, and I'm very happy with what I've been discovering. It's just a pain in the butt to get there. Like some of the upgrades are rough with trying to find the parts, but this is literally everything that I could have asked for. Like I specifically mentioned at the end of my patch notes video, weapon customization, class customization, character customization. I mentioned all of these things, and they're all already in the game. There's also navigation, which when activated creates an additional random mission in the current system. Brother man, this is amazing. Like I don't care that it takes 30 hours to reload. You never have to leave a spot. If you like where you're at, you just keep making more missions. I've been at Fuller for like the entire last stream. It's so good. I gotta get some of these upgrades going too. But like here's one where it's like I need an AI module. I've never seen one. I need 2 communication modules. I haven't seen one since I got the first one. I need to go to a place with more diversity in the locations. So I'll probably finish up these 2 Fuller missions that I've got, and then take my ass to somewhere with more spots. Like I'll probably go back to Mars. When starting a mission, automatically scans the station's floors, starting from the first one. It's freaking good. Enemies per mission, minus 30 points, demotivating the enemy. Sending propaganda. I don't know what that means. Enemies per mission, minus 30 points. What does that mean? Scanner range +1 floor, items per mission plus. Oh, I guess everything is done by a point system. So like the idea is that there'd be 30 points less of enemies. That's interesting. So I really want to get to this for the scanner, because there's a lot of really good upgrades. Like items per mission increasing. All right, so I need to get employee IDs. I've already been collecting lenses and scanners. I have most of these items. I can actually, once I get down here, I just need to get a hold of an extra quasimorph, 2 extra quasimorph sensors, and some extra transformers. Yeah, once I get down here, I can pretty much unlock almost all of this. So I just need to get to here. So I either need another control module, which will get me all the way to here where I need 2 AI modules, or I need to get 3 AI modules and 2, no. So I need 2 AI modules and 1 more communication module. And then I can get to the scanner, which will allow me to unlock a lot of this stuff. So yeah, we need to move to a better spot, because I think Fuller just does not have the right kind of stuff to drop. But yeah, this is wild. I'm very happy with this. Then we have management, which is just, I'm guessing these are just not done yet. I don't know. I wish the patch notes had explained more about that. Oh. So yeah, I have a lot of these things all ready to upgrade. It's just that some of the items at the front are holding me up. But I wanted to cover all this because, like I said, I talked some trash at the end of my patch notes about specific things that it turns out are already in the game. Okay, so covered all that. This is going to get chopped up into its own little video that I'm going to release sooner than later. And then I'll link in the description to the patch notes, and I'll link in that video to this video, and blah, 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 blah. But I am going to get to a proper stream now because I'm hooked to this game, and I'm expecting tonight to be playing it for like another 12 hours probably. So, but before I do that, I'm going to take a short break, and how else am I going to end this video? Just going to stare into the wilderness. See, this is the problem I have. Oh, you just tell people to have a great time. And then you just be like, point down to the likes and the subscribes. And then you just... And that'll be the end. Oh, I forgot to say, music by White Bat Audio. Go check out White Bat Audio. They're fantastic. Okay. Does remind me that I need to throw the attribution of White Bat Audio into the description real quick for this video. Like I really appreciate White Bat Audio for their stuff. I like that I can have royalty-free music, that all I gotta do is throw their name in, and it's themed so much like so many of the games that I play, so it fits really well with my streams. What are you doing? Fine. I'll redo it. YouTube Studio is terrible sometimes. Sometimes. Like, yeah, why aren't you just... You said changes saved, but then you don't have them actually saved. You... This thing's terrible. Alright, I'll go into here and do it. Save. Now this isn't doing... Okay. Saved. Refresh. It's there. Good. Good, 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 good. And... Well, since I already did the attribution, let's go ahead and keep playing the track. Crap. Recently closed tabs as a right click. Damn it. There it is. Yeah, I'll just keep the track playing while I go on a quick break. I'm just going to... Oh no, that's restarting. Let's do a different one. Atmospheric chill. Let's do that one. Also, I'm burning time. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave the music on. I'm going to BRB. I need to do a couple of things. So I'm going to put quite a bit of time on the timer. It's going to be like... Whoop. So I'm going to be back before then, but I might need all 20 minutes, depending on... I just need to do a couple of things. You know, restroom, smoke. And then when I get back, we're going to be going for a long time. Whoa. Once again, some lovely music from White Bat Audio. I'm back. Thanks for waiting. All right. Let me get a proper cut. No, not save and quit. Let's just Alt F4. Stop what? It's dead. It's dead. It ain't running.